LA, going through shit. But then Baron was like, "Oh, you could take it as this way also." So it's up to the viewer, which way you want to take it. I took it as this way. You might take it different way and stuff like that. My girl, she was watching it with me. She took it half and half because she was like, "Yeah, but how come you could see like when the guy that I don't want to give out the movie, but the boss that whatever."
Oh yeah,
and then he came back. He was like, "Yo, but I saw it." Yeah. So in my mind, it was like, "Yo, he's like so high that he think he saw something." You know what I'm saying?
And one thing she said too is that a lot of it's based on drugs, but it's also based on that she was a drug to him.
True.
He couldn't let her go, even with, his situation with his family member. So, she also acted as a drug as they were taking drugs. It's a good movie, man. Like I said, I didn't know how talented she was. She was saying like she at one point she was like the only female to ever direct, produce and all that stuff. Because I think she did the ABC show like the Ugly Betty or something like that.
Okay.
Or she direct. And she did like all these things, and she goes, at that time, no woman was doing that, but nobody talked about it. She goes, maybe Angelina Jolie did it later, but she goes, at that time when I did it, nobody talked about it. She did 3 or 4 different things, and I didn't know like she even wrote stuff. And I'm like, damn, because she's always been hot, so you don't think of her as anything else but that. But she was, she's really fucking smart, like, and she's deep. I was like, oh shit. And she was breaking down all this stuff, like how big she was in Mexico, and how big when she went on she went to, I guess in Hollywood, her first, I guess, audition or something. She had a Chanel bag, and they're like, "Oh, is that real Chanel?" And she's like, "Yeah." They didn't know she was a big time.
She was
Mexican,
Hollywood,
like she had made money. So she was talking about like, "Yo, why the fuck?" And I didn't know with her that she's half Mexican and half Lebanese. Her father's Lebanese.
I think that's where the Hayek comes from.
Yeah. So she was saying there's actually like a Lebanese culture in Mexico. So she talked about that. And there was something else that she was talking about. I can't remember right now. But I was like I said, man, I just listened to 2 podcasts. I'm like, holy shit, I didn't know. She's like fucking... Is she like in her mid-50s, bro?
Yeah, she's got to be up there in age.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
But she still got those big knockers.
She still looks good, man. And I'm like, and she married to a rich guy. And she was talking about that, like when she first married him, that people are gonna criticize. But that guy Dax, he's like, I met your husband. I know why you love him. She goes like, I know, but of course everybody has this theory. She's like, he goes, he's fucking fun. He goes, I never met a rich guy who's just chill. She goes, yeah, he's the type that when he turns, in the weekends, he turns off his phone. He makes time for the family. I was like, oh, shit. So, like, it was cool to listen to her interview. And so you said you watched Bliss, and what was the other movie?
The Little Things with Denzel.
Oh, okay. What do you think about it?
The ending?
Yeah.
I don't want to give out the ending because I don't know if people watch it, but I think he was. And I'm talking about who they thought was the actual person doing it.
Oh, okay, so you think it was him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Denzel did that at the end to put a peace of mind to him.
Yeah.
Because he saw he was turning into what Denzel was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all he was thinking of was about the case, that he need to get this guy, blah, blah, blah. So he gave him that thing in the end to tell him, it was him.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think about it no more. You got a family to think about. Don't let what happened to me happen to you.
Yeah.
Then Baron asked me, but do you think it was actually? I was like, yeah, he was just too smart. He was a smart criminal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you couldn't find nothing.
Yeah.
But why did you have this? Maybe he was one of those obsessive people that kept track of what they were doing. But I was telling Barry, he might have been a copycat killer. Because Denzel's killer that he was looking for might not be the same one that this guy was looking for. But he copied what this guy did. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think they ever found the guy that Denzel was looking for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I was telling Baron, why was he wearing the boots? Denzel was wearing the boots that he went to go pick up at the precinct towards the end. That he even left them in the hotel.
Yeah, I don't remember much, but...
So I like the movie. It
reminded me of True Detective.
Yes, and it reminded me a little bit of the movie Seven with Brad Pitt
and Morgan Freeman.
Which that's another movie I need to watch all over again.
Movie.
Yes. What's in the box?
That's a great movie.
What's in the box? I need to watch that movie again.
Yeah. So I mean, other than that, I don't think I've watched anything new.
I know 2 shows I started yesterday, but I gotta catch them on cinema. Is The Young Rock, which everybody's talking good stuff about.
I watched like the last 15 minutes of switching channels.
Yeah.
And I was like, I knew it was starting yesterday, so I put it on. So I watched like the last 15 minutes. It seemed good. And after that, they get the Keenan one.
That's another show that's saying
I watched
it's good.
It was alright.
But
the Rock one was better.
The Young Rock, the scene is pretty good because I'm a wrestling fan, and they said, they got people that look like Andre the Giant, Iron Sheik. You're gonna have people that look like Macho Man because it's him around. Because his father was a wrestler. So
even his father looks like him.
That's what they're saying, and his mother too. Yeah, the lady that plays his mother. So I want to watch it, and now they're all running everybody's running that. Talking like, The Rock wants to run for president because in the show, it's him in the future in 20 whatever.
Oh, it's a start. I didn't watch. It
starts off that
they're
asking him, questions of why he wants to be a president because he's in 2035 or something. Oh. And then he goes, no, but I need to tell you about my past of why I've come this far. So that's when the show starts all the way in the beginning, like he's a young kid and
it went pretty. I didn't see all of it, but I know at one point it showed him when he was young in let's say high school because he's driving,
and they even show
and then they show him in college. And I'm like, how the fuck it went from this to that?
Really but fast. They even show him before that he was a young kid. Because he goes to wrestling events with his father.
I'll probably watch it on Hulu.
So I need to watch it because it started yesterday. And you said the other show, the Keenan show, they said it was pretty good. But I haven't watched that. The Crew I started watching. But I just been stuck watching documentaries and stuff like that. I still watch the show All American.
I haven't caught. I'm behind on that,
which has been good. The For Life show that 50 Cent does on ABC, that's been pretty good. Shameless, you could never go wrong with Shameless. I don't know what they're gonna put on that time slot when they're done, because that show needs to be on, even on reruns. Got to be played there because that show's so good. But like you said, where that show's ending already.
I think what's coming next is probably the Boston one. I think it's called City Limits.
With Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, I watched the first season. I got a feeling that may come.
That is coming back.
Okay, so that's probably coming next, and I don't know what else. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for the TV shows and whatnot. Time for that Chuleta smack.
Ooh, yes, people, I tell you, it's a new year. We getting the Chuleta smacks going on. Should I go first or you want to go first?
Go first because mine's is not that impressive, but it's something I ran into.
So this one, people, I'm sorry, people from Florida, Volusia County, Florida. So there's this guy named Joseph L. Davis, 48-year-old man, reportedly had one girlfriend in Orange City and one in Orlando, right? He met both women on a dating app.
Yeah.
OkCupid.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, people. I guess he told one girl that he met on 2015. He was in love with her. Mm-hmm. And he said he wants to marry, so he got engaged with her. Mm-hmm. So when he met back to the app on 2016,
yeah,
he met another girl.
mm-hmm.
So what he did was he stole the ring that he gave the first girl to propose to the second girl. Yeah. And the first one was mad. Mm-hmm. Called the cops so they could get it because he stole the ring or whatever. Mm-hmm. So Joseph, I don't know if I should clap for you because you got two girls, but I'm gonna definitely smack you for stealing the ring from the first one. Because you could have just bought a cheaper one for the second one and leave the first one, man. Yeah, Florida.
That reminds me of a docuseries on Showtime that I watch. It's something Love that's based on a guy.
Love fraud.
You just watched it?
I got like 2 episodes in.
But that shit was crazy. Like
he was engaged to all the women.
He was engaged. I'm like, how much money this guy had?
This guy was like ludicrous. I got hoes.
And it gets even crazy as you continue watching it. Like how this guy, it's like, I used to watch the show Dexter. I'm like, how does Dexter have much time to do this and do this? This guy, I don't know how he kept up with his lies. And then he kept everything because he was like Al said, engaged to mad women.
And they all fell for him.
And they all fell for him with the karaoke.
Oh, yeah, that was a karaoke. Yeah. That was his pickup.
Yeah, that was his pickup. And I mean, this guy, like, it even turns into more. Like, you start watching it like, oh, shit.
One of the girls, he said, let's open a restaurant. And they open a fish and chips place.
Yeah.
And then he leaves her.
Yo.
And they were making
like
money.
A co-worker.
Yeah.
Yo, this guy had... When you talking about no shame, this motherfucker had no shame.
He got no shame.
And it's insane. If you watch it, you're like, holy shit, how this guy did it. But he just said the right thing to women without having any, like... He didn't care. He's like, I'm just going to tell what she wants to hear, and that's it.
Yeah.
But...
I think I'm going to quit work and become a con artist. Engaged to all the women.
But my Chuleta smack goes to nothing crazy, but just something I experienced this weekend, and it's something that we have gone through for a lot of years, people. So I was in the hotel, and you know when you're in the hotel, every floor has the ice bucket.
Yes.
You go get ice.
The machine,
and then you have the vending machine. So I'm like, all right, my girl was like, oh, get me like a diet soda, and I was going to get a ginger ale or something. All right, cool. I go with $10. And I go to the machine. Beep! Keep fucking throwing it out. So I'm like, God damn. I'm like, yo, they still haven't figured this shit out with the fucking... Remember back in the days when you try to put the dollar?
Yeah.
You got to try to flatten it out.
Yeah.
So I'm like there for like 2 minutes trying to flatten this shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I got it pretty good. And shit's not working. So I told my girl, yo, I'll come back to the room. Yo, you got any singles? So she had 2 10s. She had one mad crisp. I go back to the machine. Beep! Come back out. And I'm like, what the fuck? I did like 4 $10 bills.
Yeah.
And a $5 bill. So I did 5 in fucking... And nothing worked. And I was like, yo, man. This shit needs to get a Chuleta smack. Because nowadays... Most places have a credit card.
Yeah.
But this shit was mad old school. And I'm like, yo, why is this shit going through the old school ways and it didn't even work?
This only works for Richie, Barron, and Jr.
What?
The machine, because it's from their days.
Yo, man, I was like, I kept, like, if you want to get rejected, you get rejected mad times. I was like, sheep. It goes in and you see the green light. I'm like, oh shit, it's
working. So what do you guys end up drinking?
It's gonna work. Then that rejected. They ain't drink shit.
Was it faced one way and you had to face it the other way?
I did 5 bills, bro.
Damn.
I was like, what the fuck? And then my girl had a crisp 10. That shit was perfect. No crunchiness, no nothing.
So are we smacking the machine or are we smacking you?
I'm smacking the machine.
All right.
My shit. Because, yo, most of them now, you could use credit card.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, should I go downstairs to the hotel?
And I bet you that ginger ale looked good.
I wanted ginger ale so badly, bro. But that was that, man. We had to stick with water that we brought up. And the funny thing was, these beers we're having from Yards, I brought I think it's a 12 or 16 pack, which is like, it's 3 of each, or 4 beers, 12 pack. So I bought like a variety pack, and I didn't bring it up to